Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Amanda, and on this channel you will typically find military resources, disability resources, as well as my journey to becoming a published author. And in today's video, for day 10 of Vlogmas 2020, I'm going to be talking about a controversial topic that comes up around Christmas time, and that is whether or not Santa is part of your Christmas traditions if you celebrate Christmas. Now, to start, I wanted to explain that growing up, Santa was a big part of our Christmas traditions. This was before Elf on the Shelf, and one of our favorite movies was The Santa Claus with Tim Allen, and so Bernard, his head elf, was the one that my mom would quote call when one of us was misbehaving, and she'd have one of her friends on the other end of the line to tell about whatever craziness we were getting into. And it was very effective in getting us to do the things that we were supposed to do and stop doing the things we weren't supposed to do. That said, the year that I realized that Santa was not a person who comes down your chimney and leaves you presents, was a bit of a traumatic thing for me. First off, my mom will tell you that I found out when I was 13, because my grandmother, my Nana, came in my bedroom and sat with me and told me that was the case. However, the truth is that I found out when I was 8 or 9, the year that my mom was a school nurse, and I was homesick that day, and she happened to be going to my school for the day. So I was sleeping in the back seat, and she told me to come into her office when I woke up. And the rule from like November 1st through Christmas Day was that we weren't supposed to look in the trunk, because that's where surprises were hidden. And so I found Christmas presents. These China dolls that my sister and I were given. And then on Christmas morning, we received them, and they were the unwrapped presents, which we knew were the ones that were from Santa. Yes, so that's how I figured it out. And so over the past almost 3 years, since my son was born, my husband and I have talked about whether or not to incorporate Santa into our Christmas traditions, as you know, a person who comes down the chimney and leaves presents. And we've talked about it back and forth, and as of right now, the thought is no. I missed St. Nicholas Day, unfortunately, and the intention had been to instead focus on St. Nicholas Day, not as someone who specifically leaves stuff in our shoes, because that's not what happens, but to include that tradition and tell the story of St. Nicholas, of Myra, who left bags of gold in 3 sisters' windows, so that their weddings could be paid for. So going forward, that's the plan, is to tell that story of St. Nicholas and then explain that Santa is based on St. Nicholas of Myra. And to explain to my little guy who's currently sleeping next to me, I don't know if you can hear his snoring, that Santa is a figure that lots of other kids believe in the way that we've already described, and, not to spoil it for them, but to enjoy it. Enjoy Christmas and the season for what it is, and that is waiting for the birth of Jesus and then celebrating for the season after. Yes, presents, absolutely, sure. But the thing about it is that his birthday also falls the week before Christmas, so the presents part gets a little muddied. But we'll figure it out. We would rather he have experiences, things to remember each year by, than toys, which he'll eventually grow out of and may or may not remember. So that's the thinking that I have, that we as a family have, about Santa, St. Nicholas, and Christmas. If you have any questions about how we came to this decision that I haven't described in this video, please drop them below. If you have any other video ideas that you'd like to see over the next few days of Vlogmas, drop those below as well. And if you received any value from this, click the thumbs up and turn on your notifications and subscribe. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.